Go.
Ready?
Go.
Oh, wrong button. Dang it. Nope,
Okay,
that's it.
go.
That's it. We're going.
All right.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello, Devin.
Episode 13.
13. Lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13, yeah.
What is our sponsor today, sir?
Sponsor today is the old Queen's Charlotte from Muddy River Distillery. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, Muddy River's good. I don't know that I had that, did I?
You did not have this. I have not opened this yet. This is circa 20 pre-COVID when I got this.
Oh.
2 bottles. I haven't opened one. I thought that this was a good day for this because I'm buying a house.
Yeah.
So it's dusty.
Dusty.
Because we're buying a new house.
Boom. There we go.
So, Muddy River Distillery, I miss you guys, and
Right.
you need to sell in Oregon, please.
Do you want... Oh, do we want these guys again?
Oh yeah, let's do those guys.
Do we want ice?
Maybe not for the first one.
Yeah, I'm actually more about being a neat person.
Yeah.
Then we've got another sponsor here.
Oh yeah, Dana's favorite Hawaiian potato chips.
I love these. They're so special. Yours is bigger than mine.
Well, of course mine is.
I don't know, it's full of air. I almost said hair. I think I got gypped. I was going to say, it's about time for rum. We haven't had rum in a while.
Well, it's because you keep going to Europe.
Whiskey nonsense.
You gotta quit going to Europe and start going back to the Caribbean.
I'm going to go to New Mexico next week.
Well, cheers to
Is
New
it
Mexico.
next week?
Yeah, it's next week.
Holy
Monday.
crap.
It's Monday. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
He'll see you, Rita, and I'll pretend like I'm there and wave.
Smells good.
Yeah, this is the one that's...
It's not a spice rum, is it?
No.
I could tell. That's good. That's good. I think that their spice rum is better, though.
Yeah, but I can't get it.
Man.
Remember during COVID when I went on the trip? They only had 6 bottles in the whole state, and I bought them all. State of... Was I in... not North Carolina. South Carolina.
Huh.
But it's North Carolinian rum.
Okay.
So, alright. What's our first topic of the night?
You know, I really should. I've had 2 weeks to think of this. Okay. We were just... The fetching missus was out here a little bit ago, but she doesn't like to be on camera. And I got one pet peeve. I'm a responsible person. I try to be.
Well.
I've made my mistakes. I'll give that caveat. And not filed the right form on time. Maybe it's a day or a week late or something.
Or you made your wife file for you when you were...
Yeah, the point is, but I pay my taxes when I'm supposed to, because otherwise I got to pay a fine. But when they owe me money, they get to just dilly-dally and take their time. I still have not gotten any of my money from the state.
Thanks, Governor Brown.
And who's the one in there now?
Oh, it's a new person, right?
Yeah, because I think Brown's getting... I don't know if she's getting investigated, but the last administration, because of her blanket amnesty thing for those prison people that she let go, I forget what that's called. Yeah, she did that, and so this one guy went out and killed a bunch more people, because, you know, that's what he did before, so gets out free. Anyhow, I digress. It's the state of Oregon that owes me taxes, a lot of tax money. But now, they're taking their time, and my accountant says, yeah, it's just kind of the way it's going. What can I do about it? Nothing.
We can do a sorrowful cheers to that.
A sorrowful, okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to not getting what I deserve.
But you're owed.
You know, actually,
You're owed.
that's good, because it's a good thing I have not gotten what I deserve.
But you and me both.
God has been very merciful to me.
You did have a topic last time after the camera turned off. I
don't
can't remember
remember
what it was. It was
Yeah.
a good one.
I don't remember.
How deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go?
Bring it on.
All right. I had a conversation with someone who let their children go to youth Bible, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Youth group. Right?
Okay.
And there was a bunch of kids in there, and some old man came and was talking about things, I guess. And then he started down the road of, have you ever been sexually assaulted? And let's all look at the floor and raise our hands while there's a bunch of people around, clergy, like youth pastors and old men looking at all the people that have been molested and writing it down. That just seems a little creepy, right? That's not normal, right?
Well, it's been a long time since I was involved with a youth group, and we did not do that. We did talk about, look, if stuff happened, you do need to tell somebody.
Yeah. And I took the position of, well, they're trying to help these kids, right?
Right, but it does sound a little creepish.
But then they turned around and said, well, I agree, like talking about it and getting help is the right thing to do. But when you have adults who are in a position to pray, and you're asking people to raise your hand so you can be identified as pray, that just doesn't sit well with me.
Right.
And I'm like, ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Because here's the thing. It's not that people in the church do this, but predators know where to go to get their prey. And they'll put on a face and do and say whatever they got to get to that point.
And it's just creepy, right? Some 70-year-old dude with a bunch of 16-year-old girls asking them if you've been molested, and then having them raise their hand. That's creepy, right?
That's creepy.
Okay.
But I understand the desire to want to be able to help. And so they think, well, if you're afraid to come forward and talk about this, but yeah, you need to have the parents involved in that kind of stuff. Anytime you're talking about any kind of sexual anything, parents need to be involved too.
Yeah, and apparently the people at this youth group, like the young leaders, the 20-somethings, 30-somethings, are having the phone numbers of all these teens and sending them messages and...
Well, what kind of messages?
I don't know.
Well, okay. Here's a little thing you need to do as a parent. Monitor your kid's phone.
Well, this person, her kids were going with their friends. It wasn't their church.
Right.
And the kids came home and said, yeah, I don't think I'm going anymore.
Yeah.
After that experience. Which is kind of too bad, right? That if that's your one experience, right? Then you're going to be turned off the rest of your life.
Yeah. There's been a lot of people that, unfortunately, get turned off to the idea of religion or Christianity or whatever because people can do and say stupid things and mean things.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I heard one guy put it this way, and I thought it was kind of a good little analogy.
A napkin.
When you go into Guitar Center, looking at getting yourself a new guitar, and he says you always see some kid in there, and he's checking it out, and so he's playing. The only guitar person I know by name is Van Halen. So let's say he's doing Eruption.
He's playing Sweet Home Alabama.
No, but the point is, when he butchers that, you then don't go, well, I'm never listening to any Van Halen stuff, because this guy just totally butchered that. No, he's not the one. He's trying to mimic that, and he's doing a lousy job of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so essentially what you're saying is you have to find your people.
That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is you don't need to be turned off by religion Just because you got this one guy who was not behaving like a Christian.
Yeah, so you got to find your people. Like,
Well,
you got
that
to
helps.
find...
But see, here's the other
Right?
thing.
It's like therapy, too. Like, my wife said, oh, I went to therapy a bunch of times and these people sucked. I said, that's because you didn't find the right therapist for you.
Right.
You have to find the person that understands you, can help you. You go to some people that don't have any idea of what you've been through, and they think that they can help you just because they went to school, but they're not really listening, or they're not really this, or they're not really that, or you guys just don't click. Then you're gonna just think it's all bad. And instead, you should go look for another one until you find the right one, right? Who's good for you.
So you think that's the way religion is?
No, but if you have a bad, like what you were saying, if you have
A bad experience.
Right, and you just say, okay, well, it's all crap. Well, that's not necessarily the truth either.
Right.
You got to go find someone who gives you a good experience, right?
Right. But see, yeah. A lot of people, at least I know, coming from the Christianity perspective, a lot of people are going to the church to go to church, to socialize and that kind of stuff, and that's fine, but that's not what it's there for. And so if you're instead getting into the Bible and you're finding out what God wants of you, what Jesus wants of you, well, then that's different, because then I can look at this other guy and go, oh, well, he just doesn't get it. He's just a jerk, you know?
Yeah, but then you get off-put by that, and then you don't want to go, and then...
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's what's kind of funny to me is because I have a lot of non-Christian friends, but and I'll have them say something that's that stereotype that you see in the movies of, you know, what a Christian is or that kind of thing. I'm going, that's just not any of the Christians I know. Now, I've come across a few jackwagon Christians, you know, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't Christian. I don't know. But generally speaking, that's just not what I see in the church. It's not what I've experienced. Although I have experienced a few duds.
Well, I'll tell you my only church experience.
Okay, let's hear it.
Was as a child. I went with my neighbor.
They were asking you if you've been molested.
No, they were not asking me if I've been molested. But, you know, mostly what I saw was, you know, rumors about who was cheating with who.
Yeah.
And, you know, nobody really treated me that well because I came with someone else. I wasn't a part of the church, right? There was a lot of that kind of cliquiness. It was like high school.
Oh, especially in school. Yeah, school-age kids, they can get so cliquey. And it's tough as a youth pastor to get them to not do that, because it's just the natural thing that kids do. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening all the time in schools, right?
Sure. But it was the adults, too. Like, I was very keen and aware of how adults treated each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And then I went to Mormon church. I had to go to Mormon church. And to be quite honest, I wasn't the best person there. I did things like, you know, wear hoodies and jeans with one pant leg up in church.
What does that mean? One pant leg up?
I just wore one pant leg up
But
in church.
why?
Because I wore it like that everywhere.
But no, I want to know why. What does that signify, having one pant leg up?
Well, back in the day when I did it, it was started as a representation of nonviolence in communities where violence was prevalent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what the left pant leg signified on the East Coast, was people, you know, like in the Bronx. And
I thought the left one meant you were gay.
No, that's the earring. That's the earring, sir.
Oh, put it on the wrong ear.
So that's where I took it from, right? Was about nonviolence.
Right, interesting.
But then it kind of moved to the West Coast, they changed to the right leg, and then just became a fashion statement. And, I mean, you know how that goes, right? Mm-hmm. So, but that's why I originally did it. Because I saw it, I saw a bunch of guys doing it in New York. And I was particularly fond of New York hip-hop. And I saw it in a magazine one time, a picture of a couple of guys in this picture. Yeah, let's try it with ice. Why not? And then I happened to come across an article with one guy, and they asked him about it, And he said, well, for us in the 5% nation or whatever, anyways, whoever it was a representation, a visual representation of nonviolence, so that when people would see these people on the street, they would know that they weren't out there looking for trouble. They were just
Interesting.
stand-up guys. So that's why I did it.
But couldn't you then do that and sucker punch someone?
I suppose, but that's not the point. Cheers.
Here's to nothing.
Anyways, I wore hoodies and baggy jeans with one pant leg rolled up in boots in church. So I wasn't necessarily the nicest person. But I was forced to go.
To the Mormon church. Who did that?
My girlfriend's dad.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. You want to see my daughter? You got to go to church once a month. Okay. And then I realized she wanted to be Mormon, like long term, and I said, well, I don't want to waste your time. That would be the wrong thing to do. So I think it's just better if, we're not together and you can look for someone who wants to travel down the same path as you. I suppose that was a nice thing.
Yeah. You were honest.
Kudos to me.
That's important. Kudos to you,
Kudos
Devin.
to me. I don't get kudos very often, but kudos to me.
I get cooties sometimes.
Well,
I very rarely get kudos.
Well,
Kudos is past tense. For me. No, for you. Cooties would be past
Present.
tense for me.
oh, I see.
That's Espanol. Cootie, kudo. And I'm not even drunk yet.
I was going to ask how many wines have you had tonight? but-
Well, yeah.
Couple.
I had a margarita first,
Oh.
pre-dinner. And then I had a couple
What did you guys
glasses
have
of
for
wine.
dinner?
We had some wonderful chicken.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
From,
Nice.
yes.
Because I overcook.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, if you need anything barbecued or smoked.
barbecued,
Smoked. That's what I meant.
I don't know about anything.
Yeah, that's true. Hot dogs, you can't save that. It's not meat, first of all.
Well, you have to make your own sausages, which I'm going to do.
Oh, sausage is a different thing. It's still not meat, but it tastes wonderful.
Yeah. So I think, I bought a grinder. So I ground up those brisket trimmings. Made some. Now I want to take that and shove it in a hog casing with the spices and make brisket sausages. Yeah.
That sounds good.
That sounds delicious.
Because what you made? You made brisket tacos?
Yeah, nachos.
Brisket nachos.
Yeah,
Oh,
just brisket meat with the seasoning that I put on everything.
that sounds good.
It was delicious. Yeah, I ate 2 plates of nachos and my blood sugar went sky high. But it wasn't because of the meat.
How's this doing
Yeah, I'm sure it's
with
doing
your
good.
blood sugar?
I'm sure.
I've never checked it. Well, I have when I do my physical. I check my blood sugar.
When they take your blood.
And the part that really, really pissed off my wife and my daughter, this is from a guy that's got to have my donut every morning.
I thought you stopped that this year.
I did.
For how
kinda.
long?
I did kind of.
How long?
I don't remember.
Because you stopped it that long ago? You
But
started eating
I'll
donuts?
have one once in a while.
Oh, but not every day anymore.
No, not every day.
Anymore.
Twice a day, yes. No, it just kind of depends. But the point is, so they did the test, and the doctor commented on yeah, your sugar levels are a little bit low. And Julie and Chelsea were like, well, I won't say what they said to me, but it was not very nice to say to your husband or your father. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm her father.
You're pretty sure? But you didn't take a DNA test, did you?
No, I'm her dad. Trust me. She is ornery. And here's the thing, she's always right. Or at least she thinks so. The problem is she always is right. And so we get these headbutting contests going from time to time because she's just as ornery as me.
Yeah. Yeah. But I've found that my dad, who adopted me, right? He's not my biological father, but we have some of the same traits.
Interesting. So then that gets into the whole
Nurture versus nature.
Nurture versus nature.
Yeah.
See, I am of the firm belief that I don't care what it is. Now, okay, yeah, obviously different diseases and stuff. My daughter had lissencephaly, not Chelsea, but the one that died. Obviously, that's not nurture. But when you're talking about the social things that our quirks, our behaviors, our patterns, and that kind of stuff, there's a lot of DNA involved. But there's also nurture. Definitely nurture.
Yeah, like weird things like you have to complete the collection. I definitely got that from him.
So what collection are you talking about?
Well, I have every Lord of the Rings and Hobbit Lego ever made.
Right.
Although one of them that I bought for $500, I just looked today, is like over $7,000
Wow.
for one minifigure.
Wow.
Yeah.
$7,000 for a stupid Lego?
Not just a stupid Lego minifigure. Just the figure, not even a set. The figure.
Man.
There's only 100 made, and I know that at least one of the packages went in the garbage.
Really?
Yeah, because it was being sold, right? So that Comic-Con, they had 100 of these in a package.
Okay.
Okay? So really it's the package, not the minifigure, because you could get the minifigure in a set that was like $45. But the packaging, there were 100 of them handed out at Comic-Con to random people.
Wow.
And I found out about it, and after Comic-Con was over, I went on eBay, and there was like 10 of them for sale. One of them without packaging. And at that time that they were for sale, that minifigure wasn't in any set. That's it. Joe Rogan? At that time,
Oh, you know what? I better get this.
Okay.
We'll pause this.
Okay. Been on the whole time.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to cut that later.
I'll edit later.
My air compressor that I use in the garage, the hose is just a little bit tweaked. So after some time, it just leaks just a little tiny bit. And so if I leave it on, it'll go down to the point where it wants to kick on.
Okay. That means nothing to both of those people watching this, because they didn't hear the whole conversation about a customer just called me saying, hey man, your compressor is cycling because the guys forgot to unplug it.
Yeah. Sounds like something I would do.
Yeah.
You need more
So
ice.
what were we talking about?
I don't remember.
You need more ice too.
I know.
Right.
What were we talking about?
I don't
This
know.
is sad.
Gosh.
Nope.
You want the one on the floor?
No, I do not.
See, I want a big chunk. I had these tiny little chunks. They melt too fast. Warning, boys and girls.
Small ice melts fast.
Yeah, small ice in cocktails, big ice in pure alcohol.
Yes.
All right, that's all we got.
Okay. Fill her up, sir.
So, shit, I don't remember what we were talking about.
I don't either.
So what's something else that we can bring up? I can edit this because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Should we go to the Google?
Going to the Google. Boy, this is going to require editing now, and I didn't want to edit these. I just wanted to run it.
Yeah, but this editing is easy.
No, it's not. It's my time.
Maybe if you had better chips.
Better what?
Chips.
What do you mean chips? Oh, yeah, those. Okay, I will make sure that you're taken care of next time.
All right. Cheers. Thank you,
I
sir.
promise this.
Trump indicted again.
Surprise, surprise. You know, it's okay. I didn't want Trump when he was elected in the first time,
Okay.
but whatever. Fine. You know?
Yep.
Here's what I don't like. It's all of this indictment shit is just that. It's just bullshit.
Yeah, because he's trying to run him out so that he can't run.
Yeah.
It's complete bullshit. If
Because there are so many guys and girls, it's, you know, anybody in Congress and in the Senate that do the same kind of stuff and more, and they do nothing about it because those people are part of the swamp.
Yeah.
And so part of me wants Trump back as president because he would take it so personally. He would just trash anything and everything. And I kind of like that. quite honestly,
At
because
this point,
I cannot stand any of these people.
Yeah, and at this point, I hate to say it, but we kind of need a revolution. Either that, or we just have to say, fuck it, and it's just like a fucking monarchy, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just do the best you can as a human being, and
keep your nose down.
Get on with it.
Push
right?
forward. Yeah.
Like, you either have to do that, or you have to get involved and risk yourself.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and this is why I always got to remind myself, you got to come. I got to come full circle back and remember, I always come back to this, what Jesus said to Pilate. My kingdom is not of this world. And that helps a lot. If my kingdom is of this world, then I would be stressed out.
Why?
Because this world is falling apart.
Nah, it's always falling apart. It's always been falling apart.
Oh, dude, it's just
there's like ups
insane.
and downs.
Well, that's true.
Like,
that's true. All I know is
then up, then down, then China, then Russia, then U.S., then like, it's just when were you alive, and what did you do with your time here? Right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're in a position to affect change and you don't do it, that says something about you.
Yeah.
If you're a person like me who can't affect change, I'm nowhere near a position to do that by any stretch of the means, then I just have to do the best that I can for the people that I love and try to make a difference with the people that I touch.
Right.
Right? And if you do that...
because it's about, here you are.
Yeah.
You've got these people around you. Try to make their lives better.
Yeah. I think
because that ends up making your life better.
Well, you hope.
And man, I'm telling you, okay, you're not making my life better. Here's why.
Okay, mister.
Because you keep cooking this wonderful food that I consume, and I get fatter and fatter. And it's your fault. It's not mine.
I don't think it's the chicken. I think it's the Oreos and the wine and the cheese. And
fine. Get technical. You know, I'm trying to make a point here, Devin.
Yeah, and it's a bad point.
You're right about that.
But if you'd like, I'll stop telling you that we have leftovers.
No.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
I'm happy with the leftovers.
Yeah, I can't believe she said 4 chickens. But with my wife, you can't argue. If you say, oh, no, we only need 2, and then what happens if we, like, run out?
Oh.
Then
there's hell to pay.
So you said 4, we'll do 4. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't think 2 is the better number? Well, listen, I'm not going to be the one that's wrong, so...
Okay, I want to confess to something right now.
Uh-oh, confession.
I texted Christina and said, I think you need 4 chickens.
I wouldn't put it past you.
That's right. There's just something about the magic of that smoker and your seasoning that's just wonderful. And my wife was cutting off the skin.
She didn't eat it?
She doesn't eat skin because she says she wants to live a little bit longer than next year.
What do you mean chicken skin is good for you?
Well, it's kind of fatty, which is why I like it.
But that's why you just put it in the oven, like after it's like that. Just take the skin off, put it on a sheet tray, put it in the oven, crisp it up.
The skin?
Yeah. Lay it flat on like a cookie sheet.
Yeah.
Put it in the oven for a little bit at a high temp, 450 or something. Let it get real crunchy, and then chop it, and then throw it on your salad.
Oh my gosh!
Then you're eating healthy.
I'm gonna go dig that skin out of the garbage.
We don't eat all the skin, but I like to eat it like...
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
I really don't like to say that this guy said something brilliant, but that was brilliant.
Occasionally it happens. I have one pizza. Yeah.
No, I like that. That's a great idea.
Just throw them in the oven, get them real dry and crispy, like chicharrones, kind of, like pigskin.
Yeah.
And then just...
We have started a new kick. Now, my wife's not a fan of macaroni salad. She's not a fan of carbs anyhow. I'm a total carb fiend.
Me too, unfortunately. That's why I have diabetes.
That's why we don't know why I don't have diabetes. But
you have other issues.
they're of the psychological kind.
Well, plus you.
I saw you look at my belly.
No. I was thinking of the most diplomatic way to say this.
Okay.
Up until recently, you actually worked physically hard.
Someone's got a fire going.
Do they? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. There's smoke. It's not pot. It's a fire. Is Steven burning stuff again?
I don't know.
Anyhow, what were you saying?
You did a physically demanding job, right?
Yeah, I used to.
Used to.
I have to tomorrow.
So, people who do physically demanding jobs can withstand more blood sugar variation because they're burning it, because they're doing physical things. I've never had a physically demanding job. I sat on my ass all day and ate bonbons and cookies.
He works at Intel.
That's how you get diabetes. So, you get fat.
So, if you want to stay healthy, don't work at Intel. If you
Well,
want
no.
good money, work at Intel.
It's okay.
Until you get fired.
Until you get corporate people moved.
Corporate. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have one more.
All right. You need some more ice.
I do. And you can give me little eyes, that's fine. You need to get one of those things that has the blocks.
know.
I've got two of them. Do you need me to donate one to the cause? That's good.
What I need to do is just get one of those plastic things. You know, that whatever it is, you just freeze that and you put that in your glass. Plastic glass. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have
You don't fill it with ice. It's not. It's already. It has liquid in it.
Yeah, I
different
have this
shapes.
tray, and it has 6.
No, I know.
And I put water in, and I
you
put it
got
in the freezer, and it's silicone, so it's easy. This is
Right.
removable. You take it out, and you got a big block,
right.
and it takes a long time to. So,
That's good. Yes.
so tell Rita I said hello,
Okay.
and
I'm heading to Santa Fe next week.
what are you gonna do in Santa? What is she doing in Santa Fe?
There's some
She
kind
like
of
hiking or something?
No, there's an art thing. Because her husband, who passed away a few years back, was an art dealer.
Yeah.
So therefore, she is still very involved in the art world.
But she doesn't deal.
Well, when she needs to pay rent,
She sells something she has.
she sells something she has. No, but the what John dealt in originally was African. It was more artifact than art. Really old stuff and tribal things that that were really old. So it's more artifact than
So he went
art.
to Africa and
But it
stole
becomes.
shit and then sold it.
It
Sorry, Rita.
sounds that way.
Sorry, Rita.
But no. But then he got, then it was oceanic, and he was actually looking at Native American art as well. Because there is some cool stuff about all of these things. Not only the religious things that they made, but their functional things that they made as well.
Sure.
So she's very much into that. And
Is her new boyfriend into that?
and she's not going to be watching this video, so I can say it. I'm just not into art. So
Yeah,
anyhow,
remember she was on wasn't she talking shit to us about art?
oh, she talks shit all the time.
Right? And she was like, oh, that's not art. Remember when we were filming and she was saying something?
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't remember, but I'm sure you're right.
Yeah, she was talking shit about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
heathens with our no
there is a big art thing going on down there in New Mexico. So they're there for that.
So her boyfriend does
Her
that?
new boy. I don't know. I'm gonna meet him. I've met him via Zoom
Sure.
once, but I will meet him
Is he-
physically.
Is she coming back here next year?
You probably, yeah. Since until our government says there's something we need to be locked down for,
Oh, yeah.
and they are really pushing for the global warming nonsense.
Oh, my God.
They're trying to make that the next COVID. They really are. All the time on the news, that's all you see. I'm sorry, it's summer. Summertime is hot. But what they're doing is they're taking their you can say it's the highest temperature if you only go from the 70s.
Yeah.
But if you go back to the 30s, the 40s, no, it's not.
Listen, you can't push your every car has to be an EV by 2050 if you're not selling lies.
Exactly.
So, but I think I saw this good video, and it said, if your, what was it, wind can only produce electricity. Solar panels can only produce electricity. Everything else, even if you stop making gasoline for cars and you stop using coal for your electric plants, everything else in the world is made of a petroleum
oil.
product.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
let's apply some logic here, right?
It's not about logic. It's
about money.
It's about money. Exactly.
So,
And it's very upsetting because that's all it is. Now I understand I'm going to vote by my pocketbook to a certain degree. But
you have solar panels on your house, my friend.
I was not.
You have solar panels on your house, my friend. I do not.
There is.
I do not.
There is also
Gas guzzling car.
there.
Solar panels on your roof.
Hey, I pour gasoline on the road every week, just to counter my solar panels. No, I was not a fan, but as you know, happy wife, happy life. Because if you see the videos of all of these people digging by hand in third world countries,
So gross.
poisoning their bodies.
For this.
Exactly.
So gross. But we keep buying this.
Yeah, but there is a way that we can. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that I get upset about. We say, okay, don't do this, but America does it cleaner than everywhere else.
Yeah, we do. Well,
So why not let America do it? Because we do it cleaner.
because it doesn't pay. It's too expensive.
No, it can work. Everything can work. You can make it work.
Not with the current corporate laws that we have about profit.
Right.
Right. So here's the question then. Okay. So
I forgot to restart my time.
did you pause
My
it?
clock. Yeah, I paused it.
Oh, from the phone call?
So I'm sure we're over.
That's fine.
Screw it.
So I think you and I both agree that the stupid EV race and the no gasoline for cars
That's bullshit.
is bullshit and stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so we agree to that. Now, do you think Elon Musk is a dummy?
Oh, he's not a dummy.
So he truly believes that the only reason he made Tesla was to help with this problem of sustainable energy.
Okay. That's not the only reason. He's lying about that.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why would he give away all the patents then?
Well, because now I heard this years ago from somebody else about how there is this line of thought: why waste your time with patents? Just get it out there first, and it makes financial sense because you're the head of the pack.
They have the patents though, but they give them away for free. So like you know how like
But
on
he's
the Tesla,
he's at the head of the pack. That's my point.
so
It doesn't.
makes
The
financial
patent
sense.
doesn't matter. The patent doesn't matter. He's at the head of the pack.
But ask IBM if patents matter.
I'm sure they matter to a point.
Like 80% of IBM's money
Yeah.
is patents.
Interesting.
Like ask Apple and Samsung, who just spent like fucking $4 billion fighting each other over patents.
You just cussed on this.
And this is the first time this whole episode, so you should be thankful, the two people that are watching this.
I saw you say you should be thankful.
So patents matter when it comes to corporate money. because
Right,
you're paid, right? So and Tesla is a stock, right? It's a corporate, right? But like you know the door handles that pop out on the Teslas? Now like every single company has that same thing. They stole it.
Right.
Legally, they stole it.
Right.
They went to the patent office, they got the patent, and they did the same thing because it was cool. So,
But maybe, okay, here's the thing. Maybe he realizes that it doesn't matter. When you're ahead of the game, he's already, it's like chess. He's already 2 moves ahead of everybody else. If they're just going to follow what he's doing, he's already 2 moves ahead.
so then so then he's just saying that.
So it doesn't
Say
matter.
that. So it doesn't matter.
That's my guess. I don't know. I just run a roof maintenance company.
I mean, dude is pretty smart. Like
Oh,
I've
yeah,
heard
definitely.
several people say like, oh yeah, at SpaceX they'll be like engineers working on shit for 4 or 5 months and they're not figuring it out and he'll come in, oh you just have to do this, this and this.
Really?
Yeah. Like stupid, ridiculous.
That is bizarro.
Yeah. I mean how do you run 4 or 5
know.
companies like at the same time?
And have time
To have 9
to
kids
have a snarky tweet.
about Bill Gates being
Yeah.
pregnant? Did you see that one?
No, but that's what I'm talking about. Okay, and this is one thing. Once again, I'm not promoting him, but this was one thing that stood out to me about Trump. It's like this dude is old, but he's tweeting at 3 a.m. And here's the thing.
Something to be said for that.
That guy doesn't drink.
Oh, I met a guy. Did I tell you about this?
No.
I met a guy 92 years old. Spry as a fucking chicken. I'm like, dude.
Second cuss time.
Well, we're almost halfway done. One more
Okay.
drink and we'll be halfway done.
Okay.
And,
I'll hurry this up.
all right, cheers. All right, one more and that'll be it. And I asked him, what's the secret? Right? He's spry. All his wits about him.
Right.
Super fit. He's like, well, when I was 60, I stopped drinking.
That's beyond the halfway mark.
Oh, sorry. Oop, whoops.
Whoops.
Oopsie. Oopsie.
Doggone it.
So, he stopped drinking at 60. Apparently, he was an alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
But he stopped drinking. He walks 5 miles a day. I don't know. 92 years old. Like, I want to be that 92.
My uncle turned 100 not too long
I know,
ago.
and he was here. He still
He was
looked pretty mobile.
I wonder if he's going to come to the next party.
Ooh, did you invite him?
Of course.
But I've never seen him.
Excuse me,
Have I seen him?
my 100-year-old uncle, well, okay, he was only 99 last year, but he was here at the party.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, he was starting to rip off his shirt and do a strip tease.
Was I too drunk by then?
Probably.
You only had
Probably.
one party last year, right?
August, yeah. Yeah, you know, my wife and I really need to not travel in the summertime.
Yeah. You need to travel in the winter when nobody gives a shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, tell her.
Julie and I both agree. The
You
problem is when you want to go to a place like Ireland, it's summertime. That's when you want to go.
Why?
Because Ireland is like Oregon.
You
I
just
don't
went
want to
there.
be in.
You don't have to go there next year?
No, but my point is each year we've had a place to go.
How many more years do you have to do that?
The year before was Iceland. I don't want to go to Iceland in the winter. Do you know how bad it was in the summer? It was horrible. Well, okay, it wasn't horrible.
Quit crying. I'm crying for you. Oh, I spent 15 weeks out of country last year. Oh, I'm crying for you.
I love him, but he's an asshole.
I'm an asshole? I'm the one whining about having to go out of country
No!
for 15 weeks? And oh, I'm sorry.
I was
can't
not
go.
complaining about that.
Yes, I think at least 1 year you need to have a party in May, June, July, August, and September.
Did you
5
hear what
parties.
Jason said at Happy Friday?
Yeah, I said every month.
Yeah. Third Thursday of every month.
Yeah, May, June, July, August, September.
Next year. Because my wife doesn't watch this. And so she doesn't know that's what's going to happen. I like it.
Yeah.
And you know the other thing I need to have we had, gosh, this was years ago, because we didn't have the cave yet. I don't know if we had the ruins. We did our BYOM party.
Yeah.
Bring your
Can you
own
imagine
meat.
what I would bring?
Yeah.
You just say,
We need to do that again.
you just, Devin, bring the meat.
No, it was nice having everybody just come by. They bring what they want to grill on the grill, and
no
we
fun.
just kept the cold. What?
That's no fun.
How was that no fun? It was cool. It was fun.
It was fun. But it's so much better when you serve the delicacies of your neighbor.
Oh man. Drink that down and go home.
Are you saying I'm wrong?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm
You're just
saying
saying we need some variety.
it's nice because people could come by, throw their whatever they want to cook on the grill. Because this last Saturday, I was grilling non-meat on the grill.
You were grilling vegetables?
Well, it was Chelsea and Liz were here.
You know vegetables taste like sad, right?
No, it was the was it Impossible
burgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, veggie. You were eating veggies.
I wasn't. No, I had the meat.
Vegetables taste like sad, sir.
No, they don't. I like vegetables. Vegetables. Meat and vegetables.
Vegetables taste like sad.
No, they don't.
Uncle Roger, that's a shout out to you, because I know you're watching. Yeah, right. I wish Uncle Roger. Uncle Roger is a character by a comedian. He's everybody's Asian uncle. He wears an orange polo and makes fun of white people who make Asian dishes and fuck it up. It's hilarious. I told you about Uncle Roger. Come on, we watched Uncle Roger together.
Okay. I'll have to watch Uncle Roger to refresh my memory.
And you're so weak. So weak. Cooking vegetables on your grill. So sad. Those taste like sad. Where's your MSG?
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Oh, that dude is hilarious.
Oh, there's one. I don't remember his name. He does a great stand-up. He used to be an engineer, and what
That's him.
No.
He was an engineer.
No,
Software
this
engineer.
is a white guy.
Oh, a white guy.
Yeah.
White guys aren't funny.
No, this guy's funny.
Really?
And I especially love his Venn diagram of what's a geek, because his comedy is with a whiteboard.
Yeah. Oh, I saw
and
that
PowerPoint.
guy.
He's funny.
Yeah,
He's hilarious.
Well, he's funny.
No, he's hilarious.
I only watched a few things, so maybe I missed the hilarious part.
Well, I love the Venn diagram of what's a geek, what's a nerd, and whatever the third one is.
Did you ever watch that video?
And he shows the crossovers. Well, that's this, and that.
Did you ever watch the video of some crazy guy talking about the hot girl scale? Hot and crazy scale?
No.
It was like one axis was crazy, one axis was hot, and the further you get from hot, the more crazy you get. And right here is the sweet spot. Just look up the hot crazy scale.
Okay.
I bet if you look that up, you'll find it.
There's-
Like on YouTube, it was hilarious.
Okay. I'll make sure I look it up on YouTube and not just on Google, because that'll pull up stuff that I don't want to see.
Well, if you have your settings to children, you won't see that.
Oh,
Just turn off the adult stuff.
okay.
You'll be fine.
I should do that.
Oh, Carissa responded to me.
Right now? What time is it?
10:13.
Oh, that's
No,
not
only
that
if you're in the wedding party. Do you need to suffer that? A nice button-down shirt,
Oh,
and short sleeve
clothing.
and slacks should
Yeah,
do.
we have family this weekend.
Yeah, so you're not going to the wedding?
Yeah.
You're making me suffer.
No, I would like to go, actually.
And tell oh wait, but
And as a matter of fact, I need to talk to Steven, because I finally talked Julie into letting him work with her.
Oh, good.
Because he's a naturopath.
yeah.
Because there might be something that can help her pain,
Yeah.
that can, help
Mushrooms.
with. Mushrooms are the answer for everything.
Psilocybin, LSD. I don't know.
Okay, that's another day because we have gone way over. I have no idea how long we've been doing this.
The appropriate amount of time.
Is it?
What did Gandalf say? A wizard does not show up
Right.
early or late. A wizard shows up
At
exactly at the appropriate time.
Right.
Cheers. Thanks for coming down the Cabana hole.
Yes.
Episode 13.
All right. Number 13.
Cheers.
Awesome.
We're halfway through the year. Oh wait, a little bit past halfway the year because you decided to travel. You jerk.
Okay.